look at this thing. Just look at it. It's mad. Yeah, hi, this is Dave again. Yeah, whoa. This right now in front of camera here is the first time I've ever seen this model assembled. I've seen the bits in the cabinet yesterday for the first time, but right now in front of camera we've just assembled it, and in all its mad glory. Of all the Behemoths I sculpted, this one is by far the craziest as a miniature. You know, I mean, there's I don't know of anything else out there that's like this as a model. The paint job, I mean, poor Finn, who's painted this. I mean, sorry Finn, again, he's going to really hate me for the number of dots and things like that. It's worth mentioning actually that there's a massive difference between a studio paint job and a really good tabletop paint job. Like, I'm going to be painting mine, and I'll tell you for now that I am not going to be painting mine like this. Hell no. I can't, for one. I just don't have... It's not possible for me to spend the amount of time that's gone into this paint job. You've got to come to shows to see this in person. This model, you've got to see it, because it's crazy. Everything that we sell, everything that we've got, this I think is probably the craziest of all of the models. And the amount of work, I think it took him over a month to paint this, something like that, and I can totally believe it. It's having painted all the original early Shaltari studio stuff myself, I totally know how much pain and effort went into it, and love too, because you've got to love what you're doing, or else you go crazy long before you finish this. When I paint mine, I'm going to be using lots and lots of washes, some airbrushing, things like that, to do nearly all the work for me, because you could actually paint this model quite fast if you use those kind of techniques, and it will still look awesome. So you don't be scared of it. It's not quite as scary as it looks as a hobby project, but having said that, all the Behemoths, but especially this one, is not for beginners. You know, you've got to know what you're doing with building miniatures. Probably pinning some of the joints would be a good idea. At the same time though, they're all quite big chunky ball joints. So once assembled, you know, you're careful with the thing. You might want to make a custom carrying solution for it, because it is that big. I mean, let's just take here's a little Tomahawk main grav tank from the starter set. Yeah, it gives you an idea of it. This is assembled like this. It's the tallest of all the Behemoths, and it could be assembled taller than this. I think I might be building mine with a few more segments in the air, maybe, just to give it even more height, because this is bonkers. This one is the Celestial Dragon with the massive particle triad up there. Of all of them, actually, the Shaltari is the easiest to magnetize the variants, because it's just a case of changing these laser fangs drop on top of the giant bioatomizers on there, and then you just change the head, which in this one now one's been magnetized, which is very easy to do. I think this one is marginally more impressive looking because of the long barrels. So this is probably the variant that I'm going to be doing when it comes round to it. But yeah, and even these Gauss cannons, the Gauss cannons are, you know, they're supplementary weapons. They're not even the main guns, and it's got 6 of them. And there's the one on the Tomahawk by comparison, and it's twice the length and, you know, double the caliber. And it's got 6 of those. It's got those 2 and the enormous head gun. And yeah, I can't wait to see what players are going to do with these as well when they get their hands on them, because the amount of conversion potential for this kit is huge. There's a bit of artwork in Battle for Earth with one of these crawling around Big Ben. I'm hoping that we'll see a few people do some really cool buildings with this thing literally climbing up the side of the building, King Kong style. You know, that'll be awesome. Yeah, so you never know what players are going to do when they get models like this in their hands, and I'm really looking forward to seeing that and to see what I'm going to do with mine. But yeah, what a crazy paint job.